What up? It's your boy MC Shadow. Now, what I wanted to talk about, but before we get into that, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, check out the playlist, share, and all that good stuff. Now, what I wanted to talk about is getting jumped in. What's the purpose of that? And why do they do that? Aren't they your buddies? So why would you want to hurt your buddy and stuff like that? And it's all stupid and everything like that. It's some of the things that I be hearing, especially from law enforcement, which is funny because it's kind of like when somebody commits a crime and then when all the cops like tackle them, and a few of them you've seen the videos, they take a few elbows, knee. Whoa, what's the need for all of that? Why do you gotta lay those shots in? Hmm? Why do you feel like you had there was a need for that? Why do people like watching boxing? Why do people like watching UFC? I mean, anybody could die from any of those blows. But yeah, we're right there cheering it on in order to get on pay-per-view and everything like that. When kids do something wrong, people want to spank them. When your friend fucks up, you over there confronting them and wanting to get down. But nobody says anything about that. That's stupid and nothing like that, huh? Okay. We gonna pretend like all of that, like even since back then when gladiators were fighting in the arenas and people were cheering. Oh, like we just gonna forget about everything like that. No, it's only dumb just because when gang members do it. Oh, okay. I see. I didn't realize that that's how it worked. But now that I know, okay, it's only dumb when gang members do it. Oh, okay. Ain't that funny, huh? Yeah, but people never think about the big pictures. Only concentrate on the nitpicking. It's like, come on, bro, expand your mind. Anywho, but what's the purpose of getting jumped? In to the hood. Now for that it's the initiation process, but not everyone has it the same. You know what I mean? Everybody's initiation is different. And I'm not gonna go into specifics on how certain hoods do theirs and stuff like that. But the typical one that everybody sees, the getting jumped in or whatever. One is that if you want to get jumped in or whatever, and you're down to go heads up against all these dudes, throwing blows, and that already shows you got heart. So if you do ever get confronted by enemies and everything like that, we know you're not gonna rank out, you're not gonna bitch out. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna make the hood look bad. Like, you'll represent. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not a disgrace to the hood. That is the reason. It's like a test of heart to see if like homies are really about it. You know what I mean? Because if they don't want to get jumped in, it's like, okay, then homies not really down with the cause. Not only that, another thing is, if you do get confronted by a group of guys, you already más o menos know how it's gonna go, because you already been through it. Like, so it's like, all right, it's gonna be like this. You know what I mean? Because when they just trump you in, trust me, they are trying to hurt you. You know what I mean? They're giving you their all. You know what I'm saying? They are giving you their all. So you más o menos already get the idea. That way, like I said, when you do get confronted, homie's gonna be down to throw the blows, because he already been through this before. So it's like, I already been through this shit, homie. Shit ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? That is the reason for that. You know what I mean? And it's funny because like anything that people do in any kind of club, or whether it's to join anything, you have to go through like even these universities when they have their hazing or whatever, to anything to be a part of the organization, you just got to go through some kind of process. And gangs is no different. You know what I mean? Like I said, people could call it stupid and dumb and everything like that. But violence is a thing that is like it's like human nature. You know what I mean? Like, we cheer for all these fighters and throwing blows, because boxers have died and stuff like that, in the ring and stuff like that. Yeah, people just seem to let all of that slide, like, to that, like, there is no problem. You know what I'm saying? Which makes no sense, but whatever. You know what I mean? Or I'm pretty sure you've seen family members fight, and or your friends, and you're right there supporting and everything like that. But when gangs do it, it's different. It's dumb. Like, that never made any sense to me. You know what I mean? A lot of people just like talking out of their asses, because they go based on like just what they see on the news, or what they hear. Like, they don't bother to ever to get to know the whole scenario and stuff like that, and the understanding. Because no, gangs don't have an understanding. There shouldn't be no purpose for it because it's something that's bad. So so I refuse to see, acknowledge, and hear it. You know what I mean? Why? Because if you begin to understand, you think that it makes you a bad person, or everything that you were told was a lie, or what? Because gangs are bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm telling you, gangs are bad. You know what I'm saying? But there's a reason these people were made this way, and it wasn't by other gang members at all. You know what I mean? And I think that's what people don't want to see. Society's errors. You know what I mean? Their mistakes, because then they're gonna have to own up to them, and they don't want to. I have been saying that. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You know, but that's the reason for the jumping in and the initiation process and everything like that. It's a test of heart to see what the person is really made about. You know, one thing that I have always said though, and I have said this because it goes against everything that the jumping in is about, is rushing people into the hood, like when they don't want to be from the hood, like when you just rush them in. You know, the whole purpose of the test of heart is because, you know, they're willing to, and you know, they ready, like, come on homie, bring it on, like, you know, they got heart. So when you rush somebody in, that goes everything against what the whole purpose of that is about. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't want to be from the hood, and now you just rush him in. So now you're forcing him in a predicament that he doesn't want to be in. So guess what happens when the cops come and y'all get arrested, homie? He's gonna be like, you know what? Fuck it. I was never down with this shit to begin with. It makes him so easy to fold. That is why that's a horrible idea. Or when you take somebody to do something with you when, you know, they're not a part of that, because then it's like, fuck it, I wasn't down with this to begin with. You know, compared to like when it's like willingly, it's like, okay, well, you knew what this was like. This one knew what he signed up for. So, and so whenever shit does go south or whatever, he's like, fuck it. I mean, I you know, I put myself here, so it's like you gotta ride out the storm. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion on it, and the purpose of that. You know what I mean? People will say different things to try to justify how their story like ended at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But at the end, like, this is what it is. You know what I mean? Because I do hear a lot of guys, you know, especially like some guys that are dropouts and everything like that, like how they try to, the way they just steer it and stuff like that. It's like, oh man, like, to manipulate it that way, it doesn't look like, nah, fucker. Like, you put yourself in all of these scenarios, but you want to just blame everybody else because you don't want to take the blame. You know, you don't want to accept your errors. But you know, that's just my opinion. And the purpose of that, you know, people were wondering and everything like that. But then, you know, go and cheer your boxing and UFC and street fights, and the reason when people watch it and they're excited, and they even look it up, and it's like the excitement, you know, for you guys. But then when gang members do it, all of a sudden it's like, that is so stupid. They are so dumb. But then they're watching a boxing fight or a friend fight, and they're like, yeah, come on, hit him, get him. Yeah. All of a sudden, I thought that shit was dumb and all of that. All right, we gonna just ignore. All right, cool. We gonna ignore that. All right, fuck it. Ain't society funny? But I'm just saying, this is a quick video. Shut up. We out.